Hi, and welcome to the S.J. Childs Show. I'm your host, S.J. Childs. S.J. Childs Show brings value to families through education, resources, and lots of laughs. You can find us on our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and all of your favorite podcast platforms. You can also find our special children's books at sjchilds.org. Thank you for all of those who have hosted me on your podcasts. Enjoy the show. Hey, and welcome to the S.J. Childs Show. I'm your host, S.J. Childs, and today we have a very special guest, Hanna. And Hanna is here today to talk to us about empowering women, empowering motherhood. I'm going to let her go ahead and introduce herself. Hanna, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. So my name is Hanna Morgan, and I am a life coach for moms. And I help the overwhelmed mom focus on herself, her needs, and her passions in life.
Oh, I just love that because as moms, we just get ourselves way in over our heads, don't we?
Yep.
And we can't
Yes.
keep on top of it. And so you are here in Utah, right?
Mm-hmm.
And where
Yes.
can people find your services if they were looking?
Yep. So you can just go onto my website. It's hannamorgan.com. So it's Hanna with no H, Hanna Morgan.com.
Perfect. And we'll have all of that down in the description so you'll know where to find her later on. Let's talk about your life coaching. What got you into that?
Yeah. So I grew up very much a perfectionist. I lived my life just trying to please others. And it was exhausting. I found that to be exhausting, that I was trying to please. I was trying to do things for everyone else except myself. And this was just unfulfilling for me. So I kind of earlier in my 20s, my college years, I found a lot of self-help books and that really helped. That helped me to transition out of the perfectionist life and just do things more for myself. And then when I became a mother, it's like I had to do that all over again, just rediscover who I am, what I want in life, and to not feel drowned out by being a mom. And so then I found life coaching. I took a life coaching class and found what it was and just loved it and knew this is for me. This is what I need in my life. And this is what I'm going to do to help other women and mothers as well. And so that class, it gave me the tools I needed and it's just been an incredible experience. And I've been coaching ever since.
Wow. I love that. And it's so important to empower moms. What kind of techniques or what do you do in your life coaching? Tell us what we could expect.
Yeah. So with my clients, I have a 12-week program and I coach you one-on-one. And what we do is we start by examining the shoulds in your life. I love the word should because we say it all the time. I should do this. I should do that. I should be this way. And so I start with my clients, with the moms, and we just look at all the shoulds. And I ask why. Why are you doing that? Why? Like, what is it about that should that you're keeping it in your life? So we really dive deep into that. And then we let a lot of them go. We let go a lot of those shoulds and those expectations. Then we move on to dreams. I help you start dreaming. I help if you don't have dreams yet, that's totally fine. I help you go back to when you're a child and just rediscover those dreams and what you dreamed about being when you were older. And it's just really fun to be in that space where you get to think about what you love and what you're passionate about. And then once we're in that spot, then I help you get the mindset to make it happen. So everything is about mindset and thoughts. If you're constantly thinking, I don't have time, there's not time for me, I don't even know where to start, what would I even do? You're just going to feel crummy and you're not going to want to get anything done. But when you're thinking, I can't wait to get started, I can't wait to do something for me, I can't wait to find something that I love, then those are really empowering and you're going to get stuff done. So that's kind of the process I use. And it's amazing to see my clients and the transformation that happens when we go through this.
Oh, I bet. what are some feedback that maybe you've gotten from some moms?
One thing interesting that I've been seeing recently is the focus on boundaries. So a lot of times when we're going through this process, there's a lot of boundary work that I help my clients with, boundaries with their in-laws, with their parents, their family, because when you step back and focus on you and your needs, sometimes you get some pushback from some family members because they're not used to that. So it's interesting, those boundaries that you have to start setting.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, for me, having special needs family, there were definitely some areas of flexibility that we had to give our extended family members so that they could better understand our situation that we were going through to better support us. And it's so important to give not only yourself that space, but your family members as well. Expectations only lead to disappointments, right?
Right.
So
Yes.
often. And I was thinking as you were talking about dreams, and it brought me back a memory that, my husband always has a really good, just a line for that. And get it right, Sarah. It's, that what you need to fulfill your dreams is a, timeline, like commitment in a timeline, right? You have to give yourself, like, really commit to that. But you have to give yourself a timeline so that there's measuring going on.
Yeah.
Don't you
Yeah,
find that?
exactly. And little goals along the way. That's super helpful. So you have the big dream at the end. And then the question is, what can you do today? What can you start right now to get you to that big goal?
Yeah, absolutely. Important things to do. What types of things do you recommend just as like a daily starting kind of to get you on the path of feeling like you're being your best mom?
I think a lot of it has to do with mindset. So just be aware. When we're first starting out, you just got to be aware of your thoughts. What is going on in your mind? What are you thinking about? Are you constantly worried about your to-do list? Do you always have things in your head that are focused on other people? So just really your thoughts are a big part of starting.
Yeah. And probably finding in that, I mean, I was going through things just as you were saying that, thinking, man, I really need to ground myself more and just
Yeah.
be a little bit more in the present, right? And
Yeah.
a little bit more at peace with my choices and thoughts during the day. Give yourself some slack.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
That's great. And, when you are kind of coming up against things with moms, what type of support do you have them provide? Like, do you say, get the support from your spouse, or, let your kids know these times a day I'm going to be doing
Mm-hmm.
this? Kind of what, like, I guess that would be a lot in the boundary setting.
Yep. Yeah, that is a lot in the boundary setting. And that's something that you can practice and figure out along the way. If you need, you are always welcome to tell your spouse, hey, I need an hour today. This is when I'm going to do it. This is what I need from you. And just voicing your needs. That's a big part. A lot of women don't do that. They don't voice their needs. They kind of just do everything for everyone else. So it's really important to just practice doing that, saying,
Yeah.
I need this. I need time for myself. I need some space from the kids, just whatever they need, and just practicing voicing that.
That's so true. And I think that that's kind of, I don't want to say generational, but almost like traditional, maybe that
Yeah.
girls don't have a voice, that they are
Yeah.
taught, hey, be the helper, be the kind, concierge, like be the hostess with the mostest.
Yep.
No, like I have my personal space. I have my own my bubble, all of my own things that I deserve as a human being and as a woman. But yeah, I think that teaching our kids, kind of like I was saying early on, we have to start showing them that those are important, like topics, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah. And just setting that example for your kids as well. If you are a mother that puts everyone first, like what is that going to do to the kids. Like it's important that they see a mother who is taking care of herself and her needs and her dreams and her passions. And then the kids will see that and they'll be able to do those things themselves as well.
Yeah, definitely. Have you ever seen the Goldbergs? That completely reminds me of that, Beverly on the Goldbergs is always just the family, the pleaser.
Yeah.
And my husband will often sometimes, oh, you're my own personal Beverly. Cause I'm just like, oh, you're so great at this and this. And you don't have to clean this up because I do everything,
Yeah. The people pleaser.
Yeah,
Yep.
right. But yeah, it's wearing on you as a person. So
yeah, it's not sustainable.
definitely. And I think that a lot of it comes down to probably honesty with yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Really
Yep.
digging deep and being honest with your own needs and wants and desires and voicing that, not being
Mm-hmm.
afraid to voice those things. So I completely I agree with those are very important things.
Yeah.
What kind of like time frames should people take daily on taking care of themselves?
Yeah. I think that can be personal, and it depends on where you're at in life and what you really need. If you need an hour a day in the evenings to unwind from everyone, that's okay. And a lot of people, so I love this saying, you don't have to make time, you can take time. So everyone has 24 hours in a day. You don't have to try and fit in your you time whenever you can. You can take the time from that 24 hours, that the time that you need. So it's really, yeah, I think it's important to do that. Take the time that you need. And it just depends. In the mornings, I wake up before my kids, not every day, but sometimes if I can make it, I wake up before my kids and I just have the house to myself. It's quiet and I get to meditate and exercise and do whatever I want. And that's been incredibly helpful. And it doesn't, I only use about 20, 30 minutes. So for me, that's enough for the morning time. And then if I need more time later in the evening, then I take the time that I need.
I love that. Take the time. Don't make it. That's so powerful too, because we're all in charge of our own time.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't put any excuses anywhere. Like literally, we're in charge of our own time. So take the time you need. I think that's incredible. Tell us again where we can find you if we need to reach out to you for this. This is really great. I love that it's a life coach for moms.
Yes. Yeah. So you can find me at hannamorgan.com, my website. I also have a Facebook group called Inspiring Moms to Dream. If you just search that, you should be able to find it. And I welcome all moms, where it's a community to support and uplift each other and share our dreams with each other.
I love that. I think that that's powerful. And you really, you can make some really cool connections that way, can't you?
Yep.
I bet there's, and I am in the group too. Thank you so much for adding me. I'm excited to be a part of it and, to interact and engage. And one of my favorite things I also, have an advocacy group, my autism advocacy group. And I love it that when people engage, because you can be a member of a group, but when you're really engaging with everyone, just like the Utah Connect group, props to that, right? Because there's so much engagement all the time. It's almost like goals, right?
Yeah.
Group goals. There we go.
The community. I love the community.
I definitely agree with that. The community is so important to be knowledgeable about and always give back to, right? I think that's so important. And can people find you in person? Do you go in person or do you do most of these things on Zoom or I should say online?
Yep. I do everything remote. So you could be anywhere in the world and we can still work together.
Fantastic. That's so great to know. What kind of affirmations do you, maybe just a couple that you give to women to help them start out their days or throughout their day?
Yeah, love affirmations. One of my favorite ones is you are worth it. Oh. You are worth everything you need. You are worth it. That's one of my favorite ones.
And I love affirmations as well. I think that there's so much power in your intentions and, kind of your thoughts become actions. So put good thoughts in so they become good actions to follow through.
Yep.
Isn't that the truth? And I think that we really align a lot on our ideas there. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
What kind of parenting, I guess, tips do you give moms for maybe even new moms that are maybe pregnant moms?
Yeah. One thing that really helped me when I first became a parent is realizing that I can't control my children. They're just going to be children. And how they act is not a reflection on me. So if my kid is running around screaming and hitting and being crazy, it doesn't mean anything about me. I'm doing my best, and that's good enough. I know I'm a good mom no matter what happens.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's certainly true. We have an analogy that we love to say, and that is that we, the parents, are the bow and our children are the arrows. We can be the most perfect bow ever, like the most beautifully crafted things in the world, speaking personally. But, but if the bow, if once that arrow is shot, there's any temperature change, wind change, a rock flies in the air, whatever happens, that trajectory of that arrow can change at any moment. But that's not the fault of the bow. It doesn't reflect anything on the bow. So yeah, we like to kind of say it that way.
I love that. What a great analogy.
It's kind of fun, huh?
Yeah.
I have a husband who has an analytical mind that comes up with unique and different things. So I like to celebrate his fabulous ideas.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for being on here with me today. And
of course,
the services you're providing are very, very valuable. And really, I love to bring just empowerment to the forefront of topics.
Yes. Yep. I love that.
Yeah, definitely special for everyone to embrace. Not only moms, dads out there, be good to yourselves too. But if you need a life coach, mom, Hanna Morgan is the one you need to call.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so glad to meet you and to connect with you. I think that we can definitely have a lot to build from one another in the future, and we'll be staying in touch.
Yeah, sounds great. Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here today, Hanna.
Kind of guy that keeps you warm at night when you are cold. I'll grab some blankets from my bed, wrap them around your chest, now pull you close. We'll flip some channels to find out there's nothing on right now to ease your mind. Sit back, relax, there is no rush, no need to speed things up. All we have is time to think about the future, forget about the past. Time to figure out a way to make this moment last. To make this moment last. To make this moment last. The kind of love that we've been dreaming of when we sleep at night. We'll get a little house to live in, have a couple kids, and we'll sleep tight. 'Cause baby, all we really need are just a couple things to stay alive, and everything else in between. Just trust my heart, you'll see. We'll slowly coming. Time to think about the future, forget about the past. Time to figure out a way to make this moment last. To make this moment last. To make this moment last. Sunrises, sunsets, I won't let you forget that I need you. Spring comes as spring goes, forever you will know that I love you. Sunrises, sunsets, I won't let you forget that I need you. Spring comes as spring goes, forever you will know that I love you.